in the studio right now. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Fireboy DML. How you doing, my man?
Blessed. I feel good. Good morning. How you doing, man?
I'm fantastic. Yeah, you have had better days, but yeah. Do you wake up in the morning and feel like that sometimes?
I'm not a morning person, so trust me. I always wake up very.
I find it kind of weird when people say they're not morning people.
Well, the work I do.
I know.
Yeah.
So what's your wake up time normally?
Anytime from noon.
From noon.
When I wake up and I'm seeing 8 a.m., 9 a.m.
Yeah, like
already pissed off, man.
I know. But for me though, no matter how hard I party like a night before, anything that once it's bright outside, anything after 6, I can't even go back to bed.
Yeah.
So I think
your body is conditioned
to always wake up.
Mine is
at that
conditioned
time.
to stay up all night.
Yeah, stay up all night. No, I can't stay up all night. So after like 3 a.m. right now, I'm like, nah, I need to just catch a quick nap. So new album out.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so it's your third project, right? Fourth. Okay, but who's counting? Yeah. So how does it make you feel?
Excited.
Okay.
Accomplished.
I see.
Really fulfilled.
You never expected it.
That would be a reach.
I know.
It feels great to announce your fourth album and have people still clamor for it. It's a blessing.
I know, but you're one of the few artists in Nigeria that just changed. And let me just say the listening palates of Nigerians, because it got to a time where if the song wasn't making them party in the clubs or anything, they didn't want to hear it. But it gave people the opportunity to actually listen to brilliant songs that just put together. The likes of yourself, Adekonego, Praise. I could just keep going. See me. Just making the listening public focus more on the artistry over the fact that can I party in the club to this kind of music. So how does that make you feel, just causing that shift?
I think for what's important is striking balance when it comes to stuff like that. You have to satisfy your own needs as an artist and also satisfy the needs of the fans.
Yeah.
We understand that we have to stay true to ourselves, but the people need to dance, they need to have fun.
At the same time,
we try to strike that balance. Yeah. So I think that balance helps us really cook up something like something really solid for the fans.
All right, so before we go into talking about Adedamola, so one of your songs, Peru, over 300 million streams, on Spotify. That's a huge song. But like me and everybody else, why did you never put Peruzzi on that song? Like maybe like a remix or something. Everybody thought that it was just like a low hanging fruit just waiting there.
Me mentioning Peru was even the country. It was a freestyle. Okay. It was not even. It was not the country. It was just it was the sound in my head when I was making the song.
Okay.
It was Peru. It sounded like Peru para. And then mentioning Peru made me think of Peruzzi and the Amlu thing. It was just like an allusion to him. Really, it wasn't like about him. So me putting him on a song would have been very corny.
I know, but I thought it would have just made sense. A lot of people would have loved that.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, I know. So Adedamola, that's your name, right?
Yes.
And so your first name. So it's a self-titled album, and when artists put out self-titled album, it's more like a very introspective project, meaning they want you to see a part of them. They want you to see a side of them that is been there, but maybe people are not paying attention. So what's the general overview of this project? If I say, okay, Fireboy DM, let me know what Adedamola is all about. What does it encompass?
Good thing I mentioned striking balance a few minutes ago. I realized the importance of making people more aware of where I am right now mentally. Also to remind people that I've not lost my essence. This is still the Fireboy that you've known and loved right from the very beginning. But also I needed it to sound very African, very nostalgic, and I also needed to not make it about myself, to be honest.
You named it after yourself.
As much as it's a self-titled album, you don't want to bore people with your own stories.
Yeah.
So that's why I collaborated with the people I collaborated with. Lagbaja, seunkuti, Loj,
Jump Artiste. Yeah, that was a very that's the one that actually just jumped at me though. seunkuti and Jump Artiste, because seunkuti, the essence of Afrobeats in its originality. That's what seunkuti stands for. When you listen to a song, there's still that element of his father whenever you hear his music. So I was like, okay, if Fireboy DMA collaboration with seunkuti, how would that sound? Then Lagbaja as well, because you can't actually box Lagbaja when it comes to the genre of the music that he makes, because he's so extensive as regards the bands of his creativity. So how was it like working with the likes of we'll come to Jump Artiste, but especially seunkuti and Lagbaja?
I'll start with seunkuti. Honestly, when we made the record, myself and olamide, we heard sax in the song.
Yeah.
It was a very sensual song, and there's not many instruments more sexier than the sax.
Really?
You know, so yeah,
Okay.
like especially when it comes to Afrobeats, you know.
Okay. My mind was going somewhere else.
No, sax.
I want to say
gives
vibrator
this
is
very
fantastic
oh
instrument.
my. Sax brings that sensual,
Yeah.
soulful feel into any Afrobeats record, and you know, obviously I have to go for the best of the best. He has a tone. I don't know. I don't want to sound nerdy, but he has a tone with
when he plays.
Yeah,
right?
when he plays, that is.
Is
very
it different
distinct.
from? Is it different from his nephew and his brother?
I mean, I don't know much about instrument,
Yeah.
but I know there is a different kind of sax. There's tenor sax, alto sax.
Yeah.
I think he plays the alto sax. So it has a different tone.
Okay.
Every artist has their own different tone. Lagbaja has his own
Tone.
very
Yeah,
distinctive
he plays
tone.
the sax too as well.
Yeah, exactly. So, but Lagbaja is definitely the most meticulous artist I've ever worked with.
Yeah, when you say meticulous, like did he take his mask off?
No.
Are you sure?
He did not.
So you still
I wish I got to see his face.
yeah,
but
so you still didn't see his face.
yeah, he was
All
masked
through-
in the studio.
all through that, and now he's overdoing it. Yeah.
I mean, there's a reason why it's called Lagbaja.
I know.
I mean,
what does that when you translate it to English? What does it mean? Like what?
I think it means
The masked one?
John Doe,
John Doe,
like an anonymous
like
person.
somebody that is anonymous.
Yes,
Oh,
exactly.
okay.
So
Okay.
it's only right that we don't get to see his
I
face.
see. So I mean, I'm sure that I was hoping that you guys been in the studio, be like, oh yeah, sure, fine, but yeah, man, just take it off.
it was a lot of learning process for me. I learned a lot.
So
It pushed me hard.
So how long did it take you guys to record the song?
I can't really calculate, but I would say we really worked on this record. Like,
Okay.
We dissected everything, planned, argued, agreed, disagreed. It was a really long
Process.
but it was worth it.
Okay, cool.
And I learned a lot.
So when people listen to Adedamola, what do you want them to take away from the project?
Afrobeats was never like, it never really went anywhere. You know, we just needed to really tap into the right energy.
Yeah.
I think I want people to know that when they listen to the album.
Okay.
I also want people to know that Fireboy also never left.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
You've always been here, right?
I think it's about making people know that I'm still deeply rooted in my identity.
Okay, cool. Then when talking about Afrobeats never leaving, because I just want to play the Lagbaja song, then we'll just come back after that. It's the fact that a lot of people say, there's no technicality to the music, because with every popular genre, be rap, hip hop, rap, R&B, bunch jazz, anything. And when you listen to it, you just know because of the elements into it. And a lot of people would say we're generalizing Nigerian pop and calling it Afrobeats right now, because when you listen to seunkuti songs, there's the sax, there's the jazz element. So don't you think if we are distinctively calling something Afrobeats, it should have a form of technicality to how we put the music together? So anytime you hear it, you know that, oh yeah, that's a jazz song, that's an Afrobeat song, because of the technicality behind putting the record together.
Yeah, I agree, but also there are way too many nuances that I think personally I feel like it's time for us to just like stop trying to define and try to define the sound, and just
let's go with it.
Yeah, just make music. And okay. I think we've infected the fans with that mentality. So we want to scrutinize everything and calculate everything and try to know. Just let the artists be artists and let the fans be fans.
Okay.
I think if we go back to that, we'll figure out ourselves.
Okay. Right now, so there's a song next song I have, I queued up right now. It's called Isheoluwa. So does it have anything to do with Haruna Ishola? There's a popular song like that Isheoluwa.
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
It's also a different song. I mean, Isheoluwa is Yoruba word.
It's Yoruba word, yeah.
God's design.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. Because Veronica Vega and Quavo actually sampled, that Haruna Ishola. It's one of their songs. At the beginning, you hear his voice, at the beginning of the record.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. This was like I think 3-4 years ago, if my memory serves me right.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's weird how
I should go and check that out.
It's a fantastic sample anyway.
That's
so
crazy.
yeah. So that's the next one I'm about to play. I love the technicality behind that song, and it's great to hear Lagbaja on the record again too. It's been a while, so I'm sure you put a lot of stops to actually just pull him out and just get him on this one. Okay, cool. Then how was getting together with John Baptiste? He's on the record too. He's on the project.
As one of the few people that I've been building a very strong relationship with in the past year.
You guys have done something together before.
Oh yeah, we have a song together, performed together at Coachella,
Okay.
last Coachella.
Okay.
We linked up in LA.
Mm-hmm.
It was a piano vibe that myself and Blaze Beat had been working on. And John Baptiste is the best pianist I have seen with my own eyes. Live. So I was like, you know what?
I raised you the late Dr. Fraps though.
Nah.
Yeah, you see.
But
yeah, I've seen Fraps do amazing things on the piano.
No one can play the piano.
Can you remember Efimile by YQ?
Yeah.
Yeah, so watch that. So he
very
produced,
familiar with Dr. Fraps.
Yeah, so he produced Efimile, Slow, and Idila One Night.
My favorite is Over and Over. That's
one
of my favorite songs.
That's a brilliant song. That's a brilliant song. I wish he didn't have to pass when he did, especially now that Nigerian music was taking off. He would have just been one of the few people to just change the sounds that we're having, because it was one of the last few proper music producers that we had. Yeah. So back to John Baptiste.
So I played in the song and then it wasn't complete.
Okay.
But he finished it. So he took the song, started it, and he just finished the melody, and I just sang on top of it.
And that was it.
That was it, though.
Wow.
Just myself singing and him just on the keys.
Oh wow, that's amazing. So, that's amazing. So 4th project out. Are you hitting the road anytime soon?
Oh, definitely. From maybe like towards the end of this year or early next year, I'm definitely hitting the road. Or I'll be on the road all year. 2025.
Okay.
Definitely. Can't wait to tour this album.
That's amazing. But a lot of fans would actually say now that Afrobeat grew up from Nigeria, and it seems like we never get to see the artists anymore. That the only time that we can see our favorite stars is when we go abroad. So it's almost like tickets are far more expensive than they can afford, or the artists are not charging show promoters way more than they can afford.
I think that's a whole different conversation, because the market is expanding, but we don't have the structure for it.
Yeah. So the economic power for it too.
Yeah, exactly. So that's where that one lies. It doesn't lie in any other thing.
Okay.
I'm sure that with time we'll build a structure that will be able to cater to our sonic needs.
I see. So are we going to see any videos of this project?
Oh, I've been working. I've been shooting. The video with the lagbaja song is definitely coming out first.
Okay, cool.
It's a special record.
It's great to see you in the mask too, though. Yeah, so just to maybe co-play with him as well.
Fortunately, I've already shot the video. So I can't wait to put it out.
Looking forward to see what that is as well.
Okay,
cool. So what's your favorite song off the album? I'm sure
it changes from time to time.
I know, but with every project that comes out, every artist has that that one song that they hold there.
If it's that one, I always have a soft spot for Obasima.
Okay,
that's a special record. It's probably gonna be in like my top 5 of all time.
I see. What's the idea behind that record though?
Honestly, I don't know. Like that day we just got in the studio. It was one of those days where you just get in the studio immediately. We didn't even drop our bags. We just started working, and that was it. That first beat, first melody.
Okay.
And the song just marked the moment I recorded the song. I couldn't record any other thing for like 2-3 weeks. I was just listening, and over the course of the 2 weeks I listened to the song, my mood was lifted. It shifted my whole mental space from wallowing to content and just happy, and it set the tone for the album.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. So wishing you all the best since you're going on the road, from now, and also looking forward to you actually putting out, collaborating more. I think that's what the industry actually needs. So we can hear. It's something that we used to get back in the 90s and early 2000s, where we see our favorite artists just come together and just make music, and we also always see them in a different light and everything. So
definitely. I'm working on a joint EP with Loj, who's also on the album.
Okay. Loj sonically is a fantastic artist.
We have a very great relationship in the studio and
like bros, I mean.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just want to clear that out. Don't mind me, man. So good. 10:35. Thank you so much. I don't want to take too much of your time today. This has been a very interesting conversation. I like I said, I think this project holds a very important part in your artistry. Naming it, about yourself, and the quality of the work that you've been able to put in, and the quality of the people that you've put on the project too as well. Seunkuti, lagbaja, Loj, John Baptiste. I say, it's a brilliant one. So in like 4 weeks, I give you my verdict.
I'm looking forward to it.
You know what I think too. So
appreciate that. Thank you.
No problem. Yes, Obasima. You said it's Twi.
Yeah.
That's Ghanaian.
Yeah, Ghanaian. Yeah.
Okay, cool. What does he mean though? What is he?
Woman of substance.
Woman of substance.
Yeah.
I see. So I just meet a babe. I'm like, how far about Obasima?
It might work. It might not work.
I said, dear man, I told me to do that though.
thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe for more content like this. And also, don't forget to check out all the other content on the other shows on the Beat 99.9 FM.